Mali get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Doué makes the starting 11. Talk to me, Jim. What can we expect from him?
Well, his running with the ball can be a defender's worst nightmare, Peter. He's more than capable of doing it all the way alone, we know that, but he's also on the lookout for well-placed teammates and any spaces that may have opened up, and that's what makes him so hard to stop.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Rice. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Doué gets into a good position. Shot at goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Mali with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. And he's heaved it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Son Heung-min. Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. And that was as close to certain as could be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's opening on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Mali are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Mbappe. Well read. Nice interception. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Caicedo. And this is Messi. Caicedo has it out wide and in space. And it's hoisted clear. Mbappe aims beyond the defence.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vitinha. Can he get up? He's having a shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Now it's Mbappe. Looking for the run. And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Doué. Oh, that was vital.
Mali really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Doué. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Fernandez. He's got away. Doué. Rice. Now it's Mbappe. He's through here. Now it's Rafinha. And he's managed to get free. And the shot! He's scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Here's a sharp little ball here. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Mbappe, and he's intervened well there. Alexander-Arnold. That is ended up in no man's land. Rafinha. And that's been won straight back. Caicedo. Jimenez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Mbappe. Now there's and the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Fernandez. Half-time getting close now. Knocks it into space. Fernandez. Now he's off and running. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Son Heung-min. Can he get it through? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. Camavinga, nicely weighted ball. Hangs in a cross. Howson can get it clear. Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? And he was alert to it. Oh, easy pickings there. Takes a shot! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Mali will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remain calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Attention, changement.
Mali get the second half started.
Mali have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And it's Mbappe! It's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Mali go into the lead. Listen, terrific header! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Mbappe. Wirtz, he has found a way through. Mbappe shoots! He has done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Well, he's had a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Koundé. That looks a decent ball. Mali have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control at 3-1. Good running, strong and purposeful. Chance! Brilliant by Vitinha! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through.
Big chance! Mali perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Caicedo kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's searching through. Jimenez attempts a clearance. Corner number 3 coming up. Goes for a shot! He's kept it out just.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Mbappe! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Mbappe does have his name on the score sheet, of course. He might be in here!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Koundé. Bellingham, he has a look up. Chance, surely! Well, they've got it again. Now it's Mbappe. Is there any chance for a shot? And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
They're up to 5 corners now. Oh, great chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first.
But pour l'équipe du Mali. Après 75
Really
minutes de jeu.
tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Rafinha. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. That's going right the way across. Now it's Messi. Spread it left. He's in space and looking for options. An instinctive climbs up big. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that is wildly off target.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
And he's running through. Courtois demonstrating again that he is the real constant in this side, indeed in this game, completing 400 appearances here today.
Well, what a feat, Peter. This really does speak volumes about how much he dedicates himself and keeps himself in top condition for every one of those match days. He's a shining example for anybody with aspirations like that.
That could spell trouble. First quarter of an hour gone. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Some really good ball movement. It's a good spell of possession, this. Very nicely done. Shapes to shoot! Just off target.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Roberto Carlos. That's a cute ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Rice. Vitinha. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Mohamed Salah. Decent chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
I just don't know what was on his mind there.
He's had it taken off him. Picked out, goes for a shot! Roberto Carlos. And it's Wilshere. And it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary. Van Bouten pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Neymar. Kimmich. This looks promising. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Neymar. Looking for a runner. That's an excellent interception.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now, can they get him away? And here's Mohamed Salah. Doué with the foul. Missed by a fraction. Van de Ven. Vitinha. That's a throw. Roberto Carlos. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good switch, that.
Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe, looking to play him in. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's found a way through. Oh, well played. Roberto Carlos. Played out to the left flank. For Wilshere. Roberto Carlos. Messi. He's making a real surge on the left. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Has a shot! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
By the local police.
Here we go again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Brilliantly cut out. And it's Rice. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And he nearly went all the way.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
He's free. Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Neymar. And it's Kimmich. It's Wilshere. Odo. Salah. And he's had it nicked away. That is ended up in no man's land. Koundé. Now Mbappe. Great vision. Van Bouten demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now it's Neymar. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Swung over, and it's Salah. Foot in. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He has found a way through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Wilshere up towards the hour mark, and still no goals. Van de Ven does really well to win the ball there. Vitinha. And still we await the first breakthrough. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mbappe. And that was very necessary. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Vitinha, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That has not gone well. Otto wins the duel this time. Great chance! Goal! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Number 20.
Mali have broken through, it's 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. Besiktas really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Real chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Otto is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Nice bit of trickery. He's shifting through the gears here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Otto gets his head on it! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
And we have our very first corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. Can he finish? And that could have brought them level.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Corner number 2 then. Cleared without complication. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Rice attempts a clearance. Besiktas have their third corner. Besiktas can try it again now. Besiktas get their fourth corner. Good read, needed to be.
Besiktas really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Big chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Otto. They're back in possession and ready to go again. That's an imaginative pass. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Neymar. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Vitinha. He's in a great position here. Mali close now to seeing this one through to the end. He can run up, shot a goal! And that has been cleared. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Goes down, but nothing given. Mohamed Salah gets into a good position. Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh, really well played.
And he shoots! And yes, it's there! They have stolen level at the last! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish.
So that's it. It is all over. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Mali certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and
all
welcome
the
to
ingredients for a
today's
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And this is now today's lineup.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the
Number
key man in
one,
this fixture?
Jose
Well, Wang Yi-chan is definitely worth a mention, Peter.
Zhao
Okay,
Gomez.
he's not a great creative force, but if you're looking for someone to get on the end of things, he's shown time and time again that he's the man to step up. He's going to require all of those around him to do quite a bit of running, but if they get the service right, he'll get you the goals.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. So we're up and running. Well, this formation was traditionally considered a bit defensive, but now very much back in vogue due to some pretty well-known proponents, Jim.
Yeah, the 3-5-2 has been used by some of the biggest and most successful teams around, Peter. You know, one of its key strengths is the fact that it's well suited to playing out from the back. And I think you'd have to have a look at the wing-backs in that manner, because they can get forward with ease. And you can create overloads because you're not going to get teams pressing defenders in 3s and 4s. So if you've got centre-backs too that are capable on the ball, this system is a great fit.
Oh, good-looking ball. Van de Ven. And it's Frimpong. For Rice. Gravenberg. Now Van de Ven. That's a throw. Has a look up and drives it forward. And he cuts out the supply. Rice tries to thread one through. He'd have done well to reach that. Rice is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made...
Chance! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Opts for safety. Nicely aimed pass. Lovely, great chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
So it is still 0-0. Nicely spread. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Frimpong. Lovely bit of skill. Drives it in. Bullish header! Danger averted for now. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Forward it goes. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. It's a good run down the right. Aims beyond the defence. Tries to cross. Wolverhampton deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, he really should. Gravenberg. Frimpong. Oh, sweet feet. Frimpong, he's got full. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Point-blank header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Vardiol.
Rice. And it's McAllister. He's gone for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking for the run. Great defending, strong and determined.
Vardiol.
And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Gravenberg. Van der Ven. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now he's off and running. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan, played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Mali are looking to go forward now. Frimpong. Gravenberg. Can he get it through? Big header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Added time.
Spread it left. Looking to play him in. That's the keeper's ball. And we hit half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Mali should be well in front based on the number of chances they've had, and you can sense a little anxiety around the stadium for fear that this game might just get a little away from them now.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Here we go again then.
Mali have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And he's there to clear it. Van der Ven charging forward down that flank. Wolverhampton have the chance to go the other way.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Steaming on goalwards. Oh, well played. Oh, good-looking ball. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Rice. Marley looking to pass their way through. Oh, good take in a good area. Real chance! Oh, he's been caught napping. And the shot! And now they can clear their lines. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise.
Mali have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And he's forced to go back.
The attendance for this match
60 minutes played.
997.
Well, this is certainly a game where the scoreline does not reflect the action. How it has stayed 0-0, nobody can quite understand. It's out for a goal kick. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
Substitution on the field, number 11, Wang Hee-chan. Coming on to replace him is number 9.
Pinches it off him. Turns back here, probably the best option. Guardiola. Now that looks a decent ball. Guardiola promptly onto that, and that is that. That's a lovely, neat pass. McAllister. He's going for goal! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? Hangs in a cross. He gets big. Oh, crossbar! Gets good distance on it. Rice. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's made its way to him. Gravenberg. Good take, and is he in? Quality ball. And he's been shifted off it. Van der Ven. And here's McAllister. McAllister climbs up big! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Mali really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Substitution on the field, number 36.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Gravenberg. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, shooting chance! It's there! And that could well be the winner!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Mali are in front now, the game's only goal.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them.
And the score is 1-0.
Gets into some space. Gravenberch! He scored! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Mali are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Just 5 minutes left. Wolverhampton finding their passes. Stood up well to him there. McAllister. And they've got Reid. Time and again they are repelled.
There will be 3 minutes.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's a shade optimistic. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Mali can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. Gravenberch taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Mali definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.